Hello, welcome to this video. So this is part 3. Okay, so we learned from the last video that I probably didn't cook my noodles enough, so I put it back into the pan. I also roughly just cleaned up this pan. I plated the char kway teow here. Okay, so this is the first batch. So second batch, I'm not going to do it the same way. First thing first, of course I'm going to put the sugar here along with the eggs because they go in at roughly the same time. And then all of this will go here. The next thing I want to do is put my garlic in along with lard. Okay, so I'm going to put the phone down. Okay. Once this thing is kind of dried up, okay, you can see I didn't clean it out that thoroughly. Don't have to since I'm going to dirty it again. Okay, I'm going to put in some lard and then of course garlic. All the garlic goes in. So I'm going to take some lard, just a bit. Oh, up close and personal. Put it here. Let it melt first, and then as this thing heats up, I'll just put the garlic in. Okay, I'm going to turn the fire down a little bit. It doesn't need to be that hot. Garlic goes in. All of it. Okay, so I'll need to scoop it in as well. I'm not showing you that part. It's very difficult to film. Yeah. Once the garlic goes in, at the moment you kind of smell the fragrance of the garlic. That's where your noodles can start going in as well. I'm going to take the tongs and start putting the noodles in. I'm going to shut off this fire here. I'm going to take the noodles, put it in here. So it should be more or less cooked by now. It's a lot easier to handle. So I'm going to put it in straight. Okay. Yeah, it's okay that it's wet and it's doing that. And you probably want to stir the thing around before the garlic burns. So I'm going to do that. Okay. Stir this around before the garlic burns. And then of course I'm going to put more of this in. Okay. Okay, put here. It's a bit messy. Okay, and then the rest we will save it for deglazing. The rest of the water we'll save it for deglazing. So just mix this around. As usual, I'm going to start it with fish sauce. Just a few drops. Few is subjective to depending who you ask and when you ask them. So I'm just going to put this much, however this much is, right? Put the fish sauce here. And I'm going to put in my sugar and eggs. I'm going to dump the whole thing in. All of it. Yep. Okay. Okay, now I can of course scoop some of the sugar in. I'm not going to... Yeah, okay, I'll scoop it in, but I'll put it off camera. Okay, now the ingredients are in, I just need to stir them around again. So try to mix the eggs in thoroughly with the noodles. Ideally that will happen. Sometimes at this stage you can also put in eggs and more lard. As in, you don't fry the eggs beforehand. That's the alternative method. Then you can put the eggs and lard in now. Then it will mix in thoroughly with the noodles. Okay, now I'm going to turn up the heat higher so that we can get a better char. Okay, if the noodles are a little bit wet and soggy, don't worry about it. it should not stick together. I mean, if it's sticking together, it's not a problem as well, because the sauce will make it stick together as well. And after that, you can just deglaze the pan anyway, and then all the noodles will loosen. Okay, so don't worry about the noodles sticking to the bottom of the pan. Okay, just want to have a nice good char and a lot of browning. It could be Maillard reaction or the caramelization reaction. Okay, so I'll let it sit here for a while. Okay. So when I let it sit, I'm actually letting the bottom, char a little bit. Yeah, so don't stir it around if you want it to char. Okay, all my other ingredients can also go in, but of course I'll wait for it to char a little bit more. Okay, look at the bottom. Look at the bottom now, it's got some brown bits. That's a good sign of a good char. And of course, if you just pay attention to how the thing is smelling, you also know that it's good, whether it's a good char or not. Okay? You see the thing starting to brown, and that's how you kind of want it. Okay, and you see some bits sticking to the bottom, that's also good. You use some water to deglaze it later. Okay, and now the next part. Okay, all my ingredients dumped in. Okay. That's it. Okay, it smells really good. So I'm going to put the rest of the ingredients in. Let's clean up this bit. And last but not least, again, you're going to put in some dark soy sauce for colouring, and you know the drill by now. Dark soy sauce in. I'm not even going to stir it yet. Yeah. So some of the dark soy sauce in. Yeah. So look at the fire below, as big as you can get it. Okay, dark soy sauce in. Ooh, these tongs are hot. If the tongs are hot, you can use water on them. Ooh, very hot, very hot. So use water on them to cool them down, it's okay. Alright. Okay, so mix the ingredients around a little bit. Okay, so next thing, probably one is to douse the whole thing with water. Turn down the heat. I'm going to douse it with water. I'm going to pour the water in, because I like it wet. So this thing is not too hot. Pour the water in. Maybe that's a little much, but I'll make do with it. This will help to deglaze the entire bottom part of the pan. Yeah. Okay. Once you deglaze it, all the stuff stuck at the bottom will start to come out, and that's what you want. And this is a more wet version of a char kway teow, which I guess is easier to do at home. And it looks like the sauce is a bit lighter in color this time. So it really depends on you whether you want to add more dark soy sauce. Hey, hope this video was better than the last. I think the last video was pretty shaky. I'm trying to improve some of the videos. We're going to toss it around. Okay, and that is batch 2, part 3 of the cooking char kway teow. Okay. Again, really leave it up to you whether you want to make it darker. Okay, of course, most important part is taste test. Okay, and wash the fork again. And taste test. Okay, taste test. Alright, taste test here. I'm gonna put it. Yeah, looks like I could use a little bit more sauce or salt, but yeah, you can always add it in. Okay, but this will cover all the basic techniques. The taste you can just adjust as and how you like. And thanks for watching. See you.